12. That's how many black soul legends signed their names to Motown contracts, walked out those doors on West Grand Boulevard, and never lived to see old age. Some called it bad luck. Others whispered about a pattern too ugly to name. But what happened to these artists after they left Berry Gordy's empire wasn't coincidence. It was something darker. And by the time we reach number 1 on this list, you'll understand why some people believe the Motown curse is absolutely real. Number 12, George Anna Tillman. Number 11, Hubert Johnson. Talk. Only 9% of you watching this are actually subscribed. That hurts a little, not gonna lie. We spend hours digging through archives, fact-checking every detail, bringing these stories back to life because this music deserves to be remembered. And you're here because you care about that too. So if these videos mean something to you, if you've ever said, damn, I didn't know that, or felt something while watching, just hit subscribe. It's free, takes 2 seconds, and it tells YouTube to show this to more people who love this music like we do. Let's build this together. All right, back to the story. Number 10, Sandra Tillie. Sandra Tillie was the replacement. That's how Motown saw her, the woman who filled someone else's shoes. First with the Velvelettes, then with Martha and the Vandellas in 1968, stepping in for Rosalind Ashford. But Sandra made that spot her own. She sang on Bless You. She performed at the Copacabana with Judy Garland in the audience. She toured the UK when Forget Me Not became a British hit. For 4 years, Sandra Tillie was a Vandella, a real one, not just a fill-in. Then the group disbanded in 1972, and Sandra did what most Motown artists couldn't do. She walked away clean, got married, moved to Texas, started a new life far from the music industry. Seemed like a happy ending, but in 1979, the headache started. Doctors found a brain tumor. Sandra fought it for 4 years, surgery after surgery, hospital after hospital. On September 9th, 1983, during what was supposed to be another routine procedure in Las Vegas, Sandra Tillie's brain hemorrhaged on the operating table. She was 37 years old, and when they buried her in Highland Park Cemetery in Ohio, they didn't even give her a headstone. To this day, Sandra Tillie lies in an unmarked grave, the woman who sang for Judy Garland, forgotten in the ground. Number 9, Teena Marie. In 1979, Berry Gordy was so nervous about the optics, he didn't put her picture on her first album. But then she opened her mouth, and Rick James, her mentor, her collaborator, the man who discovered her in the Motown offices, said something he'd never said about anyone. Teena didn't just sing soul, she became soul. I'm a sucker for your love. Square biz, love a girl. But Motown didn't know what to do with her. Kept shelving her albums, kept fighting her in court. So Teena sued them and won. The Brockert Initiative, named after her real name, Mary Christine Brockert, made it illegal for record labels to keep artists under contract without releasing their music. When Rick James died in August 2004, something inside Teena cracked. She'd spent decades loving him, fighting with him, creating with him. She started taking Vicodin for the pain, emotional pain, physical pain from years of performing. The two blurred together. And then there was the accident. In 2004, a heavy picture frame fell on her head while she slept. The concussion caused seizures for the rest of her life. On December 26, 2010, the day after Christmas, Teena Marie's daughter found her in her Pasadena home. She was 54 years old, gone in her sleep. Natural causes, they said. But there was nothing natural about losing the ivory queen of soul. Number 8, Rick James.
She likes the boys in the band.
Number 7, Mary Wells. Before Diana Ross, before anyone, there was Mary Wells, the first lady of Motown, the queen before there were Supremes, the voice that put Berry Gordy's Little Detroit label on the national map. My Guy went to number 1 in 1964. Mary Wells was 20 years old and the biggest female star in black music. The Beatles called her their favorite American singer. They requested her as their opening act on tour. She was that big, and then she made a decision that would haunt her for the rest of her life. She left Motown. 20th Century Fox offered her a $500,000 deal. Movies, music, the whole package. So Mary walked away from Berry Gordy at the absolute peak of her fame. The Fox deal collapsed. Her new records flopped. The hits stopped coming. By the 1970s, Mary Wells was singing in small clubs. By the 1980s, she was on welfare with 4 children. The woman who'd been Motown's first star couldn't afford health insurance. When doctors diagnosed her with laryngeal cancer in 1990, she had nothing. No money, no safety net, no one from Motown reaching out. The Rhythm and Blues Foundation raised $125,000 to help her. Diana Ross donated $15,000. Bruce Springsteen sent $10,000. Mary spent her final months testifying before Congress, begging for cancer research funding. She lost her voice, the voice that had sung My Guy, to the disease. On July 26, 1992, Mary Wells died in Los Angeles. She was 49 years old, and the first queen of Motown went out on welfare. Number 6, Eddie Kendricks. Eddie Kendricks had the falsetto, that high, sweet, impossibly smooth voice that made Just My Imagination feel like a prayer and Get Ready feel like a party. He was a founding temptation, the original lead singer before David Ruffin took the spotlight, the voice that gave Motown its sophistication. But by 1971, Eddie couldn't take it anymore. The constant touring, the power struggles with Otis Williams, the feeling that his contributions were being erased. So he walked. His solo career had moments. Keep On Truckin' went to number 1 in 1973. He proved he could do it alone. But the hits dried up, the money dried up, and the cigarettes never stopped. Eddie had been a chain smoker since his teenage years, 2 packs a day, sometimes more, even as his famous falsetto started to crack and fade. In 1991, doctors found lung cancer. They removed one of his lungs. Eddie kept touring anyway. kept performing through the summer of 1992 with David Ruffin and Dennis Edwards as former leads of The Temptations. But David had died the year before, cocaine overdose, and Eddie knew he was next. On October 5th, 1992, 3 months after Mary Wells passed, Eddie Kendricks died in Birmingham, Alabama. He was 52 years old. The falsetto was finally silent. Number 5, Tammi Terrell.
No matter how far,
Don't worry, baby.
just call my name.
Tammi Terrell collapsed on October 14, 1967, right into Marvin Gaye's arms.
Always count on me, darling. From that day on, I beg.
They were performing Your Precious Love at Hampton-Sydney College in Virginia.
No wind, no rain, or winter.
One moment Tammi was singing, the next she was falling. Marvin caught her, carried her off stage, never fully recovered from that moment.
Keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that?
The diagnosis came fast. Brain tumor, malignant. Tammi was 22 years old, but here's what makes this story complicated. Before Motown, Tammi had survived James Brown, literally survived him. The abuse, the violence, the relationship that nearly destroyed her. Then she dated David Ruffin. And in 1967, the same year she collapsed, witnesses say Ruffin hit her in the head with a motorcycle helmet during an argument. Some people have always wondered if that blow triggered something, caused the tumor, accelerated it. No one knows for sure, but the timing haunts everyone who loved her. Tammi underwent 8 brain surgeries over the next 3 years. 8.
I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. 'Cause baby,
By 1970, she was confined to a wheelchair, blind. Her hair gone from the treatments. She weighed 93 pounds. On March 16, 1970, Tammi Terrell died. She was 24 years old, a month away from 25. Her mother banned everyone from Motown from attending the funeral except Marvin Gaye. And Marvin never got over it. He sank into depression, started using cocaine. David Ruffin had the voice. That rough, raw, testifying voice that made My Girl iconic and Ain't Too Proud to Beg unforgettable. The voice that turned the Temptations from a good group into a legendary one. But David wanted more. He wanted his name in front. David Ruffin and the Temptations, that was his demand. Motown fired him in 1968, and then came 23 years of chaos, solo hits, and Marvin Gaye.
Too many of you dying.
You knew this was coming. You knew that any list about the Motown curse would end with the Prince of Soul himself. Marvin Gaye left Motown in 1982 after years of fighting with Berry Gordy. Financial disputes, creative disagreements, the sense that the label had never really understood what he was trying to do. What's Going On had changed everything, but Motown treated it like an accident instead of a revolution. So Marvin walked. He owed $6 million to the IRS. His second marriage was falling apart. The cocaine habit that had started after Tammi Terrell's death had become a full-blown addiction. By 1984, Marvin was living with his parents in Los Angeles, depressed, paranoid, suicidal, and his father, Marvin Gaye Sr. was right there with him.
I wanna know.
Their relationship had always been violence. Beatings when Marvin was a child, screaming matches as an adult, a lifetime of rage that never resolved.
Talk to me, honey, so you can see.
On April 1st, 1984, the day before Marvin's 45th birthday, his parents got into another argument.
What's going on? What's going on?
Marvin intervened, pushed his father, hit him, and Marvin Gaye Sr. went to his room, got a gun, and shot his son twice in the chest.
Some loving here today.
The first bullet pierced Marvin's heart, lung, diaphragm, liver, stomach, and left kidney. The second was fired at point-blank range as Marvin lay dying.
Picket lines, picket signs.
Here's what haunts everyone who knew him. According to Marvin's brother Frankie, Marvin's last words were, "I got what I wanted. I couldn't do it myself, so I made him do it."
Too many of you crying.
Suicide by proxy. The gun that killed him. Marvin had given it to his father as a gift 4 months earlier. Marvin Gaye was 44 years old. His father served a 6-year suspended sentence, no prison time. The charge was reduced to manslaughter because Marvin had assaulted him first. And the man who sang "What's Going On," who asked the world to choose love over violence, died at the hands of the person who was supposed to protect him.
Oh, we've got to find a way to bring